Okay, and we are back. So, just to give everyone info on what happened, it has seemed that Nemesis has missed a ban because of a game bug. So, we want everyone to understand it was a game bug. Both teams have discussed about it and have agreed to restart the whole game.
Yep. So it was a decision of both teams, not just because of Nemesis and not just because of the organizer. So
Mhm.
I think it's actually fair. So we can move on. All's good. All's good.
Okay, so now, Yuko, of course, we're gonna be having the same bands, and there's gonna be one new hero will show up in the side of Nemesis, right?
And they actually banned out Carry, which, as far as I can remember, not included in the draft of Venus Vixen. So I think it's okay.
Okay, so it's gonna be a third band that's gonna be new. So will they pick? Are they allowed to pick in a new hero? No, right?
No, no, no.
No, they're not allowed. Okay.
As far as I know, yeah, Kimi and a Kaja, it's in the same order as well.
Hmm.
You guys already saw this, so it's not gonna be anything surprising.
Okay, so but everything, but this proves how fair, professional that everyone is. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter who you are. All of us are Mobile Legends gamers, and because we care about the future, we want to keep things as orderly and as professional as possible.
Yep, and honestly, kudos to Venus Vixens as well because they gave Nemesis a chance. They did not mind and they understood that it was indeed just a game bug.
Okay, because because they did everything proper, so it just falls to Nemesis on like what happened. So we hope nothing happens in the rest of the game, and it is gonna be a flat out or a whole just all these two teams, both of these two teams having a slobber knocker that is fair and fun for everyone.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So also, I wasn't able to ask you. Looking at the team's draft earlier,
Hmm.
which team are you slightly leaning more on? Like, whose draft do you prefer more?
Okay, because honestly, the next two heroes of both teams, they slipped my mind. Short-term memory. Oh, there. Okay, so that is the new ban, a Selena. But it doesn't really make much of a difference because both teams are required to pick the same heroes. So anyway, once we got that out of the thing, leaning on, I want to root for Nemesis because they have my boy Belleric. My number one, he's my favorite. No matter what, he's gonna be my favorite.
All right. So, they actually had the hover on Kalita. I thought they were gonna lock that in, but I think they're just gonna stick with this Hanabi.
Okay, so it is gonna be an interesting thing. I mean, like, who is there? Any one of these heroes do you resonate with? Like, who's your favorite among the two sides?
Kaja.
Kaja. Oh,
I
you
have
are a
like
Kaja gamer.
I have like almost 400 500 matches on Kaja, so
Oh
when
man.
the moment I see Kaja being locked in, yep,
Uh-huh.
all right, let's get this on. But the last pick for the side of Nemesis is a Harley. The odds of that. Oh wait, never mind. I thought they were gonna pick Harley and then give it to Hannah, but they did lock in that Gushin.
Okay, so again, these are the same picks as last time, right?
Yeah, wait. I don't remember seeing a Belleric earlier though.
Yeah.
Short-term memory loss.
Short-term memory loss because it happened. Maybe we'll review that after everything, but both teams have agreed to this again, and I think everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine indeed. I mean, all's fair in this game. So both teams just do your best, and again, whoever wins this will go straight to the grand finals with a chance of bagging the title of the first female esports league mobile champions.
Man, a lot is riding on this, and these two teams know it. These two teams will be giving their all for everything on the line, and I can't wait who's gonna come up and rise from the ashes.
Wow, that was deep, man. That was really deep. I actually like that. All right, wanna go with the team rundown? For Team Nemesis, we have Nora on this Kimi, Lina on this Beleric, Zai Do Not Sleep on this Claude, Loki on this Kaja, and Hannah on this Gushin.
Oh man, I actually thought you were telling a player not to fall asleep. That's his name. Like, hey, you okay?
I'm good. I'm good. I just realized that you thought I was asking a player, do not sleep,
Yeah, I thought you were.
while they were literally playing.
Okay, I thought a Myanmar player was right beside you, like you were close friends. So now we're gonna get right into it. And the laning phase, who are they leaving alone? And it is the Guinevere and the Claude.
Well, these two at the bot lane, of course, they are gonna take some time to ramp up to be able to farm, but I believe that Guinevere has a slight advantage because of her burst in the early and first part of the mid game.
Okay, so of course, the knockup queen herself will go on to farm. She needs level 4. The Violet Requiem, they can start in with the ganks, but it's gonna be a normal phase. They're gonna get in with the buffs, of course, the Hermit, the Gold buff, and maybe the respective class buffs as well.
We can see that Nemesis here though is rotating as much as they can. We are gonna see more of that Gushin later at the mid lane, at the mid game once he reaches them. Actually, he's almost level 4, so we're gonna see more of flashy Gushin plays. But I have
Like
my eyes
here,
on this
like
Luno.
right now. Okay, nothing happening. That was close. So they got in the 1,000 pounder for the set, potentially. It didn't happen. So they're gonna go back in with the Belric almost gonna die.
That's true. I realized that both of their lineups are actually built for 5v5, but I think Nemesis, they again like your boy, they have Belleric,
That's
so
my
they
boy.
have more of
Oh,
a
oh,
another pause. They have more
my
of
boy.
a damage output because of Belleric's ultimate with their reflect damage.
Man, my boy just went back to the lane, and my boy got balled, got paused.
Yep, your
Okay.
boy got paused.
Okay, so I don't know what's happening right now, but again, the pause is only because the organizers have deemed it so. Again, so
Yep.
they decided it. They decided it, and we'd have to wait for further word.
No, again, we cannot touch the game. Nada. Nope. We're
Man,
not allowed to do anything. We are only allowed to shoutcast and tell you to share the stream, which you guys, come on, share the stream.
yeah, you gotta tell them because like these two teams, it is the semifinals, and of course we're gonna be finishing up Myanmar today, right?
Yep. This is the last day and their last chance.
Man, last chance for everything. So you know what I'm excited about. Can you please tell me, will there be? I want there to be like another FSL. I may be talking way too far in the future, but then maybe there's gonna because a lot of players knew about the existence of this competition just
Yes.
around last week and now. So more female gamers want to get in, get their bread, and join this competition. So what's next?
Considering that this is just a beta tester, I guess, to
Okay.
see how the other countries will respond. I have got to say that it receives so much application, so much good feedback that I believe this could be an annual thing.
Oh man, an annual thing would be amazing because the title of first will remain, and it's a great feeling that everybody involved, from the organizers to the competitors to the teams, the coaches, the managers, and of course us casters. It is nice to be a part of this and continue this on. Our legacy will continue indeed.
That's true. And again, whoever will win for Myanmar will represent their country next month at Singapore. I was about to say Indonesia. At Singapore, this will be a LAN event. Man, you
Oh.
get to travel for esports. That's fun.
See, it's amazing. It's amazing that the future has brought us this. Mobile Legends is for everybody, and it progressively gets better. So we are now back into the game. I think we're both seeing the same things because both teams are hovering over the turtle.
They're actually trying to contest this. Akai does jump in, did not use his ultimate though, but the turtle was secured by the blue team. Mineral Fury has been knocked up. First blood going over this Hanabi, and while everything of that is happening, this Akai was zoning out the Claude. Nice micro play because Claude early game, he might not have that much damage, but his blazing duet can be really irritating.
Okay, so yeah, the damage output there coming in, but it proved that the blue team, with their Guinevere, the Minotaur, the Lunox, and the Hanabi, they had higher damage. They scored in with a 3-0. So what will the red team do?
Well, it's still early, so I believe that they have the chance to recuperate and maybe try and go with pickoffs and, if possible, steal them enemy jungle.
It's exactly because they have to wait in for the refresh. They have to go in with whatever EXP they can get because it is a race. Mobile Legends is a fast-paced game, and they
It
have
is.
to secure as many objectives as they can while the clock is ticking.
Well, the clock is ticking indeed. Divine Judgment already up for this Kaja, so I don't know about you, but this Kaja, Divine Judgment, we're gonna see amazing initiate.
Oh man, I heard you saying that Kaja was your favorite. So maybe I'm guessing right now that, oh, wait, the clock, okay, there. That, you were right. You were right indeed.
See?
With the Guinevere having the advantage over the Claude this early in the game at the 4-minute mark. Violet Requiem combo, followed by the Energy Wave. And no need, no, she had no use for spatial migration. And what are they gonna do? They're gonna get in with the tower, the turret, and the red team hovering. The Beleric not activating Nature's Shield in time and gets slain for it. The Lunox are going in with everything they got, and it seems that the Gujon can't do anything but defend.
Yep, and I guess they are just left with defending the spotlight turret, which is in the second tier turret. So far so good for the blue side here at the top lane though. Kaza really low on health, gets hit by Hanabi as well. Kimi trying to defend both her teammate and this turret.
Man, almost so close, so close. The Kaja almost fell to the Petal Barrage. That was indeed just a sliver of health left on the bird. And wait, can I ask you something? Did you used to be like a Bat Rider main in your past?
How did you know?
I mean,
Is this a gamer's intuition?
no, man, because like everything, though, birds, scales, I don't
Yep.
know, a bat and a bird are not the same thing, of the same feather. So we're gonna see it right now. They're gonna take in the jungle, and what do you think is gonna happen in at the 5-minute to 6-minute mark?
I honestly predict that this blue team, Venus Vixens, are gonna go aggressive because right now I believe advantage or Lady Luck is on their side. When they gank, they manage to get a handful of kills, and Nemesis is just forced to respond to what they are actually receiving.
So now, that was a nature strike activated with the movement speed and of course the heal at the end of it. Will we see them farm off? Will we see them go in for the objectives? Because so far, on our view, there's nothing to contest right now.
Nothing indeed here at the bot lane though. Guinevere actually used her second skill and used Violet Requiem, but it apparently was not enough. Claude was able to get away to safety.
I can't blame her for being greedy though. I mean, that kill earlier must have given her bravado, the bravery
That's true.
to score in and assassinate the Claude. So not enough, the spatial migration was not enough, and everything so far following. They're gonna have to go in with the team fights and the gangs. They're gonna have to participate in what could be the clash to decide what side the seesaw is gonna favor.
4v4 situation right here. Guinevere just lurking onto the bot lane. Claude just farming up. We won't be seeing much of his presence here. I actually thought there was gonna be a clash at the mid lane, but I guess they were just tapping each other.
Hey, are you gonna do something? Are you gonna do something? Are you gonna do it now? Are you gonna go in now? That's what they're basically saying right now, and the Beleric is gonna be contested. And with the Nature Shield and the Minoan Fury coming in, that was enough to score the kill, but the Lunox with the damage, it is already order in chaos, with the chaos mode being activated, supplementing that, cementing their face on the side of Nemesis.
That was actually really beautiful. They saw that Lina was a bit in the wrong position, but they used that to their advantage. The moment they saw that, they jumped in, bagged one kill, but they did not force anything. Yes, they could have dove on the turret and get the Kimi, but they think that it's going to be an overextend. So, smart plays.
Oh man, so we got some comments, and I think you can see it on your screen. You saw it on your screen that they commented lag a lot, but again, it is up to the organizers if they choose to pause. So
Yes.
Nemesis is out of it's a bad position right now, getting coughed off again. All they can do is just harass each other at the mid lane, and they lost the Beleric once more.
Uh-huh, that is quite sad. Minoan Fury actually got committed just so they can take down that belly. But I think it was worth it. And here we go. This another fight. Kaja's ultimate is apparently not up and he's being chased down. Kimmy will be the next target, but she manages to get away. Guinevere, are you gonna jump in? She does jump in, use ultimate onto this call, but Kimmy uses to snipe her down, and that was apparently enough to zone this Guinevere out. Nice response, but that was a 1-for-1 kill.
Okay, so fairness. And now Nemesis, they got their first kill, but that doesn't say a lot because at 8 minutes, with the Lord almost respond, he is gonna respond for sure, of course. So 7 kill lead, and their items is already on the favor of Venus Vixens.
Mhm. And of course, the gold advantage going over to Venus Vixens as well. This is a different kind of play that we've been seeing. I guess it shows that it goes to show how much pressure Venus Vixens can put on their enemies. But wait, there apparently is another pause.
Okay, so pause again, and oh, it's so sad that one of the popular teams, I'm gonna say popular, but I think both of these teams are at that same degree.
Yep.
And Nemesis not being able to play at their full potential is disheartening because all their fans want to see a fair game, so we hope we can correct that soon.
Yep, that is true. But looking at the game though, I think they're being out rotated by
Okay,
Venus,
that's true.
and like what I said, Nemesis is just forced to receive with whatever it is that Venus Vixens are giving. If they wanted to go with the fight, Nemesis is just forced to accept and maybe try to counter gang. And if someone dies, they're just forcing it away. They can't actually do what they want.
Yeah, I mean they are on the receiving end. They're not taking the initiative at all. So it's not to say they are reacting. They're just purely reacting to whatever's happening. Like example, if they're gonna lose their Beleric again, they're just gonna react to it and maybe leave the Beleric alone. But either way, it is a lose-lose situation, and we hope that maybe Nemesis can pull it together or maybe have a miracle and have one up over Venus Vixens.
But here we could see a handful of members. Are they gonna target Guinevere? Guinevere actually felt that and uses her second skill to get away. Divine Judgment up for this Kaja, but was not able to chase her down.
It's not that the red team have all the space they need. They are brought out back. They can only, just be on standby. They're just gonna sit down with their jungle while the blue team is gonna push on. They're already above the river. It is indeed an aggressive play or an aggressive play style coming in from Venus Vixens.
Mm-hmm. I actually like how aggressive they can be, but oh wait, here we go at near the mid lane.
Oh
There's a
yeah, that
fight.
was a successful hurricane dance. So see, this is what I mean. It's always the Beleric being caught out, and I'm not sure if that was done on purpose because of what's happening, because of maybe connection. I don't know anything. But then the Beleric caught out once more, and the score just keeps getting higher on the side of Venus.
Mm-hmm. More kills, more gold advantage are just falling onto their hands. And while everything was happening near Nemesis' base, Venus Vixens was able to secure the level 1 Lord.
Oh man, that is bad. That is bad indeed. Even the level 1 Lord could already level the entire game. So what is going to happen on the side of Nemesis? Is this gonna be a comeback? Can they do anything? Because it is, for me, it is gonna be up to your favorite, the Kaja, if they can set it up and kill off the Lunox. The score 4-0-3 right now.
That's true. After one good divine judgment following up with a really good blazing duet from the cult, and of course, it all goes down to how well and how long can this Belric sustain the team.
Oh man, because it doesn't matter that the Beleric is underfarmed. A Nature Shield could already do good, can do justice, just the skill alone.
Mhm.
So we're gonna be
That's it.
hoping for a team fight that could save the lives. And another pause has been called. Oh no, what is
This is a
happening?
lot of pauses.
Hmm.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
could be net problems or device problems, but so far, again, Venus Vixens has the advantage. So, to all the fans out there, do not forget to share the live stream, support the team that you want and the teams that you love. And I don't know, tag your friends in the comment section, introduce them to this amazing mobile game, and invite them to play as well.
I mean, yeah, because like, no matter where you're from, for example, us casters, we're from the Philippines, and we support Evos, we support all our teams. We support Brand Esports and all the female teams that participated in. So we want everyone to give that same love, appreciation, and support to all the countries, because at the end of this, they're going to be coming together for one grand tournament that is going to name the best females in the esports circuit. And now we're back.
That was really good timing. After you said the last word, they unpaused. So, alright, Venus Vixen slowly inching onto their enemy's base. Ultimates, except for Minotaur's Minoan Fury, is already up, and for Lunox's ultimate as well. Fleeting Time already up for this Lunox.
Oh, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. That was good. The assassin was already killed first.
Wow. This Hanabi was able to get a mega kill, and now they're at the mid lane taking down this mid lane turret.
Oh man, but a team fight in there, the Minoan Fury girls, the Nature Shield wasn't enough to defend them, and the Guinevere with that much damage, that much stacked onto her Violet Requiem after the Magical Thump and the Spatial Migration. What would happen to the red turrets? They are falling one by one. All the King's turrets and all the King's men, they have no choice but to go back. The Kimmy, the Soul Survivor, but not anymore.
Whoa,
and the damage, look at that damage, and it is good game.
Well played. First game going over to Venus Vixens. I cannot take the mental image of that Lunox eyeing that Kimmy. Like, Kimmy's life just went down the drain, man.
Man, and that's what you call a shotgun force. The order of and chaos mode, going into that and just bursting, nuking out a Kimmy. And supposedly Kimmy's supposed to be one of the highest DPS, and that was played on reverse. So now for post game, looking at it, fleeting time, the concentrated energy, and of course the lightning truncheon, and that's what gave the Lunox the edge over Nemesis.
The power that they need, and I love how they were able to sustain their teammates with that draft. Like, Lunox just jumps in, jumps out. Guinevere can use Violet Requiem whenever they want. Nemesis could not do anything in that game, but I love both teams' draft, so I don't want to touch any of that. There's no need to actually improve on that, but I guess more on, just like in Series 1, the execution of the game. It just so happened that Nemesis got choked out. Like, they weren't able to do anything. They were just forced to respond. They were just forced to wait. They were just forced to look for an opening, which eventually Venus Vixens did not give any opening.
Okay, so that's the sad thing right here, and we hope it won't continue. We hope that Nemesis can get their leg up and stay in the game, because again, guys, this is the semi-finals, and what a grand semi-finals it is. So waiting for them is Bologna, and I don't know, I am so hyped up for what's to come.
Yep. Are you inspired? Do you want to play ML after this?
Oh man, I wish I could participate in this tournament, but I do not have the chromosomes to participate.
This is high tier. This is class SSS type of plays.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna call it right now, that I would be just deleted instantly. I would be slaughtered if I ever try going against either the Vixens or the Nemesis. These females would absolutely just flick me out like an ant.
Yep, I actually feel the same. But anyway, that has been game 1 of Series 2. This is Nemesis versus Vixens, and we're gonna wait for the second game to load up. We have been your casters. I'm Yuko alongside Miss Daya, and we will be right back.
Our rework, our restart, and back to the same thing. We have to inform everyone the exact same bans, the exact same picks.
Yep, nothing's gonna change, so don't worry. This is gonna be fair, because no one's gonna switch up the bans, and we all saw the pick and ban, so all good, all good.
Your team is picking.
So honestly, right now, what you said earlier, they took away the Kimmy from Nemesis, and that could be one of the game changers, but sadly, that might be in the favor of Venus Vixens, and we all want to see Nemesis playing at their best.
Yeah, just I don't know, man. A lot is at stake here. This is game two. Nemesis is on a zero. Venus Vixens up on one
Gotcha.
game. It's just do or die situation, honestly.
Your team is
Because right
picking.
now, looking at these picks, indeed, you've seen them earlier, and how much of a threat all these combos can
Your
be.
team is
If
banning.
all the puzzle pieces fall into place, it's gonna be like a ladder. It is gonna be a snowball that's gonna keep getting bigger
Your
and
team is
avalanche
banning.
into what could be a victory. But it is potentially
Your
the
team
last
is
game
picking.
for Nemesis.
Mhm.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. So we're not gonna see anything
Your
new here.
team
So
is
just
picking.
enjoy the cute animation
Hey,
and the cute
maybe
skins they're
they
showing
should
off.
change their skins.
Oh
That's
yeah,
new.
they're only allowed to change one thing: their
Your team
skins.
is
Skin.
picking.
Oh man, like you could just flex, just show off all the money you have acquired ever. Oh man,
All
is
right, so I'm looking at the comments right now, and they're asking why did they surrender? The only way to get out of the game is to surrender.
That is true. All you folks watching, that is the only way that we can restart the game, and restart we have to, because again, one player on the Nemesis side went AFK.
Yep. Oh, it was on the side of Nemesis. All right.
Was it on some? Okay, I'm confirming that because Nemesis so far has been
Yeah, they
experienced.
were the ones with net problems.
So right now, nothing new. Is it so interesting that okay, I'm not familiar with the topography, the geography of Myanmar, but we have Kachin. Kachin, forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Kachin number one Minsathar. Oh my God.
Whoa, number one. Oh, all right. I heard from the organizers that the one player that got DC'd was on Venus Vixen side. So everyone is having net problems right
Oh
now,
no.
apparently.
Oh no. Oh no. Indeed. So that was fair. That was fair.
Yep. So all right, here we go. This is the true game two. We just finished loading in, and these are the drafts for both teams. Do not forget to spam the hashtag, share the live stream in your wall and your group chats in your groups that you're in, any ML groups, and show your love and support for the team.
Man, do everything you can. Watch parties, text, tell your friends, email, snail mail, everything, the word of mouth, everything would be good because we must support, give our love from all these teams that are doing the best they can to compete. Compete they shall, and we are in the game. Red team, who is solo? It is the Leomord for Nemesis.
Man, Leomord is always one of those emo solo type of heroes anyway, and he is a fighter, so he's gonna stay at the top lane most of the time.
Is it his hair? I think it's his hair.
It's probably his hair.
Most likely his hair. I mean, a normal religious family would think that immediately if they saw a guy like that.
I see what you did there. That is a very nice joke. Kudos. If you guys don't get it, don't worry. It's fine.
So going in, back for it. I don't know if they're gonna go. Who's gonna reach level 4 first? That is the name of the game, because whoever
Apparently,
reaches
it's
level 4.
already Harith. Harith already level 4.
Okay. Oh, Hannah. Well, you talked about it earlier. Hannah is indeed a skilled player.
She is. And again, day one, her Harith was off the charts. So I think she is farming as much as she can just so she'll be able to gank at different lanes and take down different heroes by the early game, because once mid to late game enters, it's gonna be difficult.
Like
Divine
right
Judgment
now,
not
right
yet
now,
up.
the Zaman Force, scoring the first blood. So you said about the mid game, they want the mid game. They want it early, they want it now, and they did that by scoring the first kill.
Alright, Nemesis, apparently they are in their new mode. They're gonna go really aggressive Chrono Dash, but this Minotaur uses Flicker to get away. That is one resource down onto the side of Venus Vixen.
Okay, so now with the blue team, they are leashing onto each other. I'm talking about the Grok and the carry right now. Gonna get in with a bit of regen. They need everything, all the buffs that they can get. But will one of these teams ever bait out or contest for Turtle?
They are a bit far away, so I don't think they will try and contest this. But Kimmy, target of the next target. I mean, these are four members from Nemesis. One mistake, and Kimmy apparently Zaman Force has been used. Kimmy tries to get away, but that is another kill going over to Hana. Oh, Mincetar's ultimate has been used. Kim's calling has been used. Minotaur trying to eye this Kaja, but was not able to catch him.
Oh man, that would have been so close if they could have repositioned, scored in with the King's Calling in a better way. Because a King's Calling can, note keyword, can shut down a Harith, but that Harith was too good and escaped at the right time.
Zaman Force does not have CC anymore. Wait, Phantom Seed has been called, but Groxwall apparently stopped Kaja from jumping in. They were able to secure the turtle though, and that was enough. Kari initiating the retreat, do not want to overstay their welcome. Anyway, Zaman Force does not have CC anymore, right? What are
That's
your
true.
thoughts on this? Is Harriet still OP even though Zaman Force does not have CC?
For me, they made it fair. With the removal of the CC, the crowd control from the Zaman Force, they buffed in the Synchrovision. They buffed his defense in the last patch. So I think they're doing what they can to make everything fair. And honestly, replacing it with a slow has made it still effective. And right now, they're trying to egg out a team fight from the Minotaur, a Guardian's Barrier in place, but it's not gonna commit. Nobody is going to commit.
They burned the King's Calling though, and Kimmy just under turret minions pouring onto the top lane. But we won't be seeing any fight there. We could see that they are rotating here at the mid lane. Hana actually eyeing this Kagra, but will she be able to chase her down? Zaman Force has been used a 1v1 and killing spree going over to this Hana. Man, she is on a roll.
Oh man, the Harith, Nana indeed, Hana indeed. The flower of death speaks for itself. So what will she continue to do? I mean, it's all on her. Picking out with the right build, and that was a Synchrovision, but nothing so far. The Minotaur, they have to escape with a trace of Lightning Bomb, but maybe they're gonna score in with the bottom lane. The Ruby, what is she doing? She didn't see it coming though. Oh no, with the light speed.
No.
Did she see it coming? Did she see it? And I think
I
she
think
saved
she
it.
did. Yeah, I think she did. The
Okay.
RHC is now with the Minotaur with does not have ultimate though. Too bad Zaman Force has been used here trying to chase down this Calgary, and they did take down this Calgary. The next target is Minotaur, which died as well. Let the bodies hit the floor, and Harris apparently chasing down this Windstar was able to force out the King's Calling. No more ultimate for Windstar, no more sustain, no more defense, but Hannah going over to the mid lane, and Turtle is up.
Oh man, Turtle is up, and with everything, it is an advantage on the side of Nemesis. Nemesis, speaking true for their name, avenging their loss from the last time. They are gonna be the rivals. They are gonna be the last, the unstoppable force, or will it be the immoving object? I don't know what's gonna happen right now with Venus Vixens. Venus Vixens wants to continue, wants to steamroll from the earlier win, and we're gonna see an outplay anytime soon. But they may have to go in and get their class buffs.
If Nemesis keeps on playing this way with this momentum, this kind of confidence, I can say that we will see a game 3.
Ah man, and a game 3 would be amazing for everybody. All of you viewers right now, we all want a game 3, and because that shows just how talented everybody is again.
My part is up. Divine Judgment has been used as well, and that was a smooth mega kill for Harris. 4-0 on Hannah.
Man, you are not wrong indeed, and them scoring down at the bottom lane with a bit of revenge. Hana is on a roll. 0 kills. She's gonna get her key items. She has already scored a Calamity Reaper, and she's gonna need that for the upcoming team fight.
Alright, here we go. Here in the mid lane, Zaman Force has been will be used her second skill, but they are chasing down this Minotaur. This Harith went 1v1 with the Minotaur, and she was able to win. Ruby trying to get away, but no, this Harith is too fed. Double kill going over to Hannah, and I thought they were gonna go undeterred, but Kaja gets caught by Minotaur's first skill, and now they're undeterred. Double Force has been used again. Man, the cooldown is almost non-existent. Godlike going over to this Harith, and Kimmy, the only one left under turret.
Oh man, look at that, with a concentrated energy already on the Harith. A pause has been called, unfortunately, but whoa, it was a reversal. It was like the tables were flipped, and now whatever happened to Nemesis in the last game, it's happening right back at Venus Vixens.
Yup, that is true. Wow, just This is game one, but with advantage on Nemesis. I guess that goes to show how fast paced or how unpredictable Mobile Legends could be once you're actually in the game, once you're actually fighting.
Oh man, because Mobile Legends is so fast paced. With a normal game, you can have it at, I don't know, minimum could be, of course, minimum could be the lowest amount. It could be 2 minutes, 5 minutes. But in a regular game, averaging at around 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And it is so quick. A millisecond already matters in this kind of esports game.
Yep, that's true. Wait, what are your thoughts about this game too so far? Do you think Venus Vixens can still turn things around, or are you calling it a Nemesis game?
Okay, it has been a Nemesis game so far, but Venus Vixens, they're not gonna take it lying down. They're not gonna be a fox whose underside is for everybody to see. They want to win this, and they're gonna show it right now. I'm pretty
Show it
sure.
right now,
I'm
indeed.
pretty
And
sure
now
they're gonna turn it out.
pause has been lifted, and we are back to the game. Hannah, though, on fire. She usually rotates with this Grok and with Kaja, but Kaja died, so he just, finished being revived. But these three rotating is super useful for Nemesis in the sense that they pretty much get the kills objectives done. I mean, Leo Mort is just at the top lane. He's just farming. That is free farm for a Leo Mort. I don't think that should happen.
And should not happen. It is something that should be in the playbooks, and that's why they're preventing it with the arrival of the Mincithar. And they have to prevent all these other problems and issues that is popping up on the face of Venus Vixens. They have to counter it out, counter jungle, and that's what they did. They managed to prevent some losses right there with the Kagura getting the class buff. They have to defend.
Kari was able to get that jungle at the bot lane, but members from Nemesis, they are just hiding in the brush. One wrong mistake could cost Venus Vixens their lives. Are they gonna do a face check? Please do not, or else you will die. Hannah
Face check.
targeted this
That was a
Kagura, but
bit,
Kagura
that
was
was
able to
almost.
get away.
It was almost a face check right there if it weren't for the flea, the Rashomon flea.
Yep. And what has been put up, but Leomord again just at the top lane. He's not farming right now, but he's probably waiting for Kagura to be in the area of his Phantom Steed. Lightning Truncheon already up for this Kagura, so more burst for this mage.
Okay, and another pause indeed. So this game, this side of the league, experiencing a lot of pauses, but don't worry, we're gonna still give you the action. And you mentioned earlier that the items are going to come into play. So it's for me, it's gonna be, let's look at the Harith first with the concentrated energy, the Clock of Destiny, and of course the Calamity Reaper. What do you think he's gonna be building next after the clock?
There's actually a lot of items in my mind,
there's only
but
one.
basically I can run them down with one word. Damage.
Damage.
Because Hannah rotates with Grok and Kaja, so defense wise or disengage wise, she's okay. She can literally just go full on offense and still get out alive.
I mean, look at that. If the enemy team, if Venus Vixens had an Esmeralda, that little trickster can't run away with shield anymore.
Yes.
So
That's true.
it's not happening.
Yep. If ever you guys are up against a Harith and Esmeralda is open, you guys should literally lock in an Esmeralda because Esmeralda steals shields and Harith is literally all about that shield and that cooldown.
Oh man, but for me, with the arrival of Esmeralda, Esmeralda is actually a Harith buff. In a way that they buff
Really?
Harith. Yeah, for me it's a Harith buff. Because now people can actually use Harith in ranked.
Good point. Yeah. We don't usually see Harith being banned out lately, ever since Esmeralda came into play.
Yeah, so now he's free. With the arrival of Esmeralda, the woman, the Egyptian woman, we have the little boy. He's now free to walk around, roam around, prance around, dance around, and enjoy the life he needs.
Yes, that small guy with cat ears and cat tail that pretty much you can't freaking get because he's too slippery. And we are loading back into the game.
Oh man,
9 minutes in.
Back indeed.
Ultimate's up for everyone. So
Oh
if
no.
anyone wants to go with the clash, then come on, go.
free free for all invite was sent. Come join the party. We don't know if it's gonna happen anytime soon, but you are cordially invited, and the venue could be the Lord, or it could be at any of the lanes.
Athena's shield already up for Minotaur. So that's more sustain, more defense, and more um buff up or more tanky. Yeah, I got the word. More tankiness. Going over to his side. Almost 10 minutes in, but Nemesis both has the kill advantage and the gold advantage.
I mean, even with all the gold, the EXP, it suffice to say, they also have the item advantage, and that's what the Harith is speaking in volumes. That he already has an edge over the enemy Kagura, who only has the boots, who only has the maulers for the jungle, who only has the lightning truncheon, doesn't even have another mage item, so to speak. It is gonna be up to who can score the next big objective.
Harith and this carry at the Lord area, taking down this Lord. I don't think Venus Vixens will have the time to contest this, and they did secure that is a level 1 Lord, right?
Yeah, that was a level 1 Lord indeed. Is
Level 1
already,
Lord.
yeah, that was a 10-minute mark. Level 1 Lord, it is gonna respawn as the Luminous soon enough. And it's gonna run down their puny little lane. And maybe that sixth man can help them in pushing out a base turret.
Yes, the sixth man for Nemesis, which is the Lord. Walking onto the top lane, they are at the top lane as well. They probably will start a clash here if one of the members from Venus Vixens will overextend. Up on the wall, nope, we're not going anywhere. We're just gonna rotate here.
They're gonna go in, they're gonna get out with their minions, they're gonna get the farm they need to prepare for the slaughter that's about to happen because the Lord is approaching soon and they have nothing. They have to do everything that they can and they have to manage all their resources properly from rage, from EXP, from class buffs to everything because they might be biting it out. And the Minotaur has already used a level 1 stack on the Minoan Fury. What's gonna happen right now?
Alright, Minoan Fury has been used and Ninyang Overton has been used as well. Harith confidently jumping in onto the enemy's base. Kimi was able to take down this Kaja. Zaman Force has been used. Oh no, Hannah is actually receiving a lot of damage, but shields for days, but she got taken down by this Kagura. That was a bit of an overstay, so that's a little no-no for the side of Nemesis, but it's okay. It could be that Venus Vixens was baiting them to enter the base because they know if one of them enters the base, they can take her down. Carry, the only one left at the bot lane, gets chased down by the Kagura. Will she be able to reach her though? Apparently not.
Oh man, that was so close for the carry earlier. She almost scored the turret if only she didn't focus on the Mincetar. So that's the problem with locking. You have to know your priorities when it comes down to this kind of game, this kind of time.
That is true. Alright, now everything is chill. The Lord will be up in 115 seconds. So that's a lot of time. We might see one clash before they try to go with an objective. Athena's shield already up for Leomord as well.
Oh man, so all the time remaining, I wouldn't want to recommend, but this is unfortunately what a lot of people do. What a lot of teams do is that they wait out the Lord. They wait for an opportunity, and that opportunity could come soon. But in the meantime, they are gonna starve Venus Vixens. They're gonna make sure that they stay thin, stay slender, and they're gonna make sure that they're gonna have priority over everything, have dominance over the river and the land after.
Venus Vixens has no choice but to only farm with the minions that is teaming onto their base, which we all know is obviously not enough.
Because with all the EXP they're getting, and they're just gonna wait for the minions, even the tower. If they're gonna wait for the turret to kill everything, they're gonna get lesser EXP, lesser gold, and that's what Nemesis wants. They want to win the game. Venus Vixens have to be starved. They have to maintain their score. We could be seeing a win coming in from the blue team, but that's still too early to call for. And in Mobile Legends, anything can happen.
Anything can happen indeed. Like right now, they're just waiting for one small opening, even just a split second. And in that split second, Nemesis will jump in and maybe take the throne for themselves.
Because right now, they're all they can do is defend. All they can do is be reactive. They're not going to be proactive. they have been robbed. They have been stripped of that opportunity to take the initiative, to be proactive, unless, of course, the Mincetar can score in a Spear of Glory, a Minoan Fury, or the Ruby. She has to be offended. She has to score in with the ult. I'm offended could save their lives. It is up to Venus Vixens to turn their own tables around.
Imagine if Mincetar was able to hook someone, then he uses King's Calling, and when everyone jumped in, Minotaur will use his Minoan Fury. That's basically the ideal setup for Venus Vixens.
Oh man, and that is indeed the dream play, but a dream it will remain if they continue playing like this, because Nemesis scored the Lord. It is gonna come for them. Tier 2 Luminous is coming. And now, will they ever achieve that sort of massive game-changing set? Will it happen?
We are basically just hyping the game because they're just waiting for the Lord and waiting for someone to actually do something. So don't worry, guys. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this possible last match for Venus, but could be the game of hope for the side of Nemesis.
Indeed, a shining ray of hope. It is gonna come out from all the bushes, gonna come out from the trees, the underbellies of Vixens. Again, it is wide open. They have no choice but to fend. The Lord is on its way. They are gonna clash. They are gonna take the turrets. For me, they have to prioritize the turrets. The minions have to come in. The minions have to be buffed. It is gonna happen right now, and a turret has been scored. Something is wide open. What is going to happen?
This is a level 2 Lord, so of course this is super tanky compared to level 1.
Oh, that was a team fight indeed. Are you there? Are you there, Hugo? Because it is happening right now. That was the King's Calling way too early, and they're gonna score in the Seeker, the Flicker, and now the Rashomon Fleet. That was the one that went in, and that is what they're gonna do. The light speed wheel, the spinning light wheel for the combo, Phantom Step for the escape, and now the Harith is just brushing all over them. There's floor wax, and its name is Zaman Force. They're gonna score the kill, and it is the game.
You had me at floor wax called Zaman Force, man. That deserves a quote.
Oh man, it looks like it. It's not red, but it's blue.
Yep. Alright, so that is game 2 going over to Nemesis. So, we got what we predicted. We are gonna see a game 3. And of course, the MVP for this game on the side of Nemesis is Hannah with that Harriet. 815! Man!
Man, that is the Harith that pro players that your parents will speak of in the stories of epics and legends. So right there, 815. And the best that they could amount to, it is all one. 1-1-1-1-1-1-1. There's a 0 on the Ruby. It was a landslide victory. Not really. Okay, I can't. Maybe. But I would love to call it a landslide because it is. Look at the gap. Look at everything that has happened. For me, Venus Vixens, they were manhandled.
Yep, that's true. I realized something. We haven't been seeing much of the flashy Leomord plays from Loki, but I think that's because he was focusing. Well, she, but even though Leomord is a guy, but
Sure.
you know.
Are you
Good point. Anyway, Leomord was focused on the split pushing. He actually cleaned the top lane turrets. So we did not see him in the flashy 5v5 fights that much, except his momentum and in that last clash. But he was more onto the backlines, which is a smart choice for Loki on my end.
That is true. And even the carry, she took a back seat to the Harith. So it was really Harith carrying the entire game. Harith scoring the last kills because you can see a score of 2. 2 kills on a late game DPS. That speaks volumes of their tactic, and maybe it works for them. And their tactic did indeed work, and they indeed emerged the victors.
And speaking of emerging as victors, we will be right back with your game 3. We will see who will actually win this series. So again, we have been your casters. I'm Yuko alongside Miss Daya, and we will be right back.